Last week during our vacation, Bill O'Reilly, the very popular right-wing TV personality who for the last 21 years has been hosting the O'Reilly Factor on Fox News, was fired amid a disgraceful sexual harassment scandal. And Fox News in general is quickly becoming pretty notorious for sexual harassment scandals. Remember that the last round of sexual harassment allegations at Fox News were less than a year ago, when a long list of women came forward accusing Fox News CEO Roger Ailes of sexual harassment. It resulted in Ailes being forced to resign in shame. At the beginning of April, a New York Times investigation discovered that 5 women who work or worked for O'Reilly or appeared on his show over the course of many decades had been paid off by O'Reilly or by Fox to stay quiet about their claims, which ranged from just verbal abuse to sexual comments, unwelcome sexual advances, as well as phone calls from O'Reilly where the women said it sounded like he was masturbating while on the phone with them. Altogether, these women were paid about $13 million not to sue Bill O'Reilly over these incidents. And a few days after this came out, on April 5th, Dr. Wendy Walsh, who's a recurring guest on the O'Reilly Factor, also came forward with allegations against O'Reilly and recorded her call to the Fox complaint hotline. Take a listen to this.
Thank you for calling the 21st Century Fox Alert Line provided by Navex Global. If you wish to report a concern, please press 3. For other options, press 4.
Could you please give me the primary reason for your report?
Yes. In 2013, I experienced sexual harassment as a job applicant at Fox News Channel by an employee named Mr. Bill O'Reilly.
Right.
And when he turned around to find me, he said, "No, let's go to my suite." And I said, "I'm sorry, I can't do that." And he said, "Oh, okay." So we went into the bar, and very soon he became hostile. He said insulting things to me.
Yeah. So this went on. 21st Century Fox received enormous backlash for initially standing by O'Reilly during past allegations. Over 50 companies pulled their ads on the O'Reilly Factor, though, and numerous women at Fox News expressed doubt as to whether Fox News is committed to maintaining a safe and healthy work environment for women. The public pressure began, and ultimately, Bill O'Reilly, while he was on vacation, actually, Fox sent out a statement saying Bill O'Reilly is not going to be returning to the Fox News channel. They sent this out to their employees internally, saying that they did a thorough and careful review of the allegations. Pat, I'm devastated by this. Who's going to fight back against the war on Christmas now that Bill O'Reilly isn't at Fox News anymore? That's just going to be waged completely unfettered.
Tucker Carlson's going to have to take over with that regard. And notice how this wasn't really much of an issue as Fox News was concerned until advertisers started pulling their commercials off. The numerous allegations, the 15 years of this happening didn't matter. It was only when they started to take the commercials away.
Fellow sexual predator Donald Trump came to Bill O'Reilly's defense earlier this month. He said to the New York Times, quote, "I think he's a person I know well. He is a good person. I don't think Bill did anything wrong." Of course, Donald Trump would have no idea whether these allegations against O'Reilly are true, and he's only defending him because they are friends, and O'Reilly has always gone pretty easy on Trump. Here's the real issue, though, with the Trump defense of O'Reilly. As far as the public knows, Bill O'Reilly has only been accused of actual sexual assault once in 2004. Now, I'm obviously not minimizing anything that Bill O'Reilly might have done, but my point is, almost all of the sexual misconduct that O'Reilly has been accused of has been non-physical sexual harassment, and he was still fired as a television host. I'm not minimizing non-physical sexual harassment. I'm saying O'Reilly was fired for what is mostly non-physical sexual harassment. Meanwhile, the president of the United States, before he took office, had been accused by over a dozen women of physical sexual assault. His ex-wife accused him of rape. 7 women accused Trump of grabbing them and kissing them on the mouth. 2 women accused Trump of trying to put his hand up their skirts. 3 women accused Trump of grabbing their breasts. 3 women accused Trump of grabbing their buttocks. But not only that, Trump himself admitted that he sexually assaults women and grabs their genitals in a video that was public. So a political TV host is accused of sexual harassment and gets fired from his TV show, and he should have been fired. But then a guy who has a ton of actual sexual assault allegations against him, allegations that are all consistent, very believable, a man who admitted with his own mouth that, yes, he gropes women, he gets elected president of the United States.
It just goes to show that Bill O'Reilly and Donald Trump's supporters will defend them no matter what. If you took a look at Bill O'Reilly's ratings over the past few weeks, they were sky high. Now, normally he had been the top-rated cable news host.
Yeah.
But in the midst of those allegations and the scandal and the idea that maybe he could be fired from Fox News, they were at the highest point.
But wasn't that because of people's curiosity about whether maybe he would comment on the allegations? Like, I don't think people were all of a sudden, because of what was going on, thinking O'Reilly just does really great, incisive journalism, right? If it were me, I'd be wondering, is he going to comment on what's going on?
Maybe. And I think there's also just a lot of people rallying to his side. I guess now he's going to start some sort of podcast, but given that his average age of his audience is something like 70,
right,
they're not going to really tune into that.
Yeah, that's an interesting point. And there was a day a couple weeks ago where I guess the entire hour of somebody emailed me saying that there were like 3 ads or some small amount of ads. Like, it was very noticeable that tons of ads were just gone from the show.
His show got stopped 15 minutes early because they just couldn't fill the airtime.
Is that true?
Yeah.
And what did they go to? So like at 45 past the hour, they went to something else?
They went to a breaking news update of something that happened hours before that day, I think on the topic of Syria, but it was certainly not breaking news.
Stunning. I missed a lot when I was on vacation. That is absolutely amazing.